Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very impromptu, but nonetheless scheduled Onward Master League, I don't know, game, I suppose. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I have decided to cast the Button Cup match between Spanish Union and the Hand of Death. You will notice logos are not updated because I'm still in my underwear, I haven't showered, and some things you're just not prepared for. This is one of them. I don't know what to expect out of the Spanish Union and Hand of Death. I'm not sure what both of these teams are going to break out here. But the hype is real around these Button Cup matches, and they have been very close, so I'm interested to see if we are going to get a close, tight series like we've been seeing with these Button Cup matches. These all do count for MMR too, so they are important. Got to pay attention to these ones, see what these squads are up to, see what the EU teams are capable of. We've kind of gone down the, I suppose, the rankings a scotch here. The Hand of Death, in terms of the overall standings, they're down, I think, in the 20s? No, 30s. Overall, in terms of worldwide rankings. Look at America's West. Ha, America's East. Yeah, they are 20th there. They're above Gravity Pack 1. A couple of other teams lingering, but they've been working this season. They're new as of Season 5, and I think they created Season 5, like mid-season. We've cast one of their games against Great Apes where they did put up a good fight, 8-11. And then this and then against Burning Chrome again, 10-11. They've had all of their losses actually really close, except for the games against Sinister Pride. All of their losses, they've put up good fights, so interesting to see how they'll fare against this squad. Looking at worldwide rankings, Spanish Union comes in. Where does the Spanish Union come in the worldwide rankings? Even on here? Here they go. Yeah, they're right above the Hand of Death. So this should be a pretty close match here. We take a look at Spanish Union's games played. Not really any blowouts there. French Power doing quite well against them. French Power, who is that? Seems like they've had a very hit or miss performance. Dominating Big Red One in Spanish Union. Doing well against the Unit. Struggling against Silent Purge, who we know are a strong EU team. And then getting shut down by Boss Fight pretty handily. They will be going up against Spanish Union here. Or sorry, they'll be going up against Hand of Death here today. As we have the NA-EU square off in this Button Cup match. And I gotta rally the troops. I gotta get everybody on board. Looking like a fast, action-packed round as the Zavi pushes up quick to these shrubs. He'll be looking forward here with Urban Ghost behind these nice sandbags. A good common spot, and I think he might have been able to hurt Zavi. A nice nade here. Could catch one, possibly two if he puts it on the corner. I think that was a nade from Spanish Union. Nanak now gonna smoke out here. Yeah, I think he was trying to smoke out Band's position. Maybe even Urban Ghost. I think he might be wanting to throw it a little bit further here because Urban Ghost still has some good lines of sight sitting behind these sandbags. He'll be able to see anybody that comes out. Mr. Jacob finding a couple. There's shots over in the middle. Some revives coming out for Spanish Union. Zavi gonna pick up Hannock. They have 4 inside, and we run into a 4v4 here. The carport defense is down. The band should hear somebody beneath him. Nanik's rotate around. Urban's in the back looking for some picks back here, and he's finding nothing. He's behind enemy lines here. Nanik finds Xandria across. Urban still hasn't found anything. Pushing over into the jungle gym. He might find Sir Sanchez. Gun comes up. He does go down. Sanchez can't get that refrag. A lot of Hand of Death members going down with 3 Spanish Union members left. Urban Ghost is flanking heavily here. He might be able to find Zissou as well if he keeps progressing, but he's got to be careful. If he leaves the ban all alone, that objective building suddenly becomes very catable to ban, though, finding Nanik. A nice pickup. Xavi's still going to push up. Urban Ghost with Zissou on the backside. Now Hand of Death in a favorable spot where they can pinch in onto this final member in the house, and smoke coming out from Xavi. As he tries to go up, the ban finds the kill. A quick first round. Hand of Death takes it. Nice defensive round, but Spanish Union almost grabbing themselves a Marshak win here to start things off. A couple of trades too, no really blowout numbers here. Take a look at the rosters real quick. We haven't highlighted anyone, but on Hand of Death's side, we have the ban, Urban Ghost, Skeptical, Mr. Jacob, and Xandria. Over on Spanish Union, we have Mahau, Zissou, Sir Sanchez, Javi, and Nanik. I don't know, man. I'm probably brutalizing these names. If we're going to go Javi, then shouldn't we go Hiku? That actually makes more sense. Hiku makes... But I'm never going to say Hiku when I look at that name. Like, I don't know. You guys tell me.
¿Dónde estaba el otro? Pero eran 2. Sí, porque yo he matado 2 y había matado 1, 3. Yo maté
1. Some quick moves from Xandria already. Hiku 70 might spot him at the... Oh my gosh, he doesn't see him at the bus. Gosh, can't... School bus. There we go. Jeez. The total loss for her, what that was. Xandria now almost getting fragged. Nothing coming out, though. Smoke's coming in from the Hand of Death. They're pushing in aggressively. Nanik is pushed up pretty nicely, and he should be able to find Urban Ghost out. The shots are there. The silencers should keep him relatively stealth. I wonder if Jacob is going to be there to hear that. This is on version 1.4, so you should see some new builds on guns here. It's a silencer hand grip on the G36. Or Sanchez finds Skeptical. Zissou finds one on that school bus. Finally, Hand of Death here in a tough position. Only 2 left. Finally, a pick coming out from Mr. Jacob. He has night vision on.
I'm down on the objective. I killed the guy covering the objective. I'm on the stairs.
The ban, the last one alive here. He has to come up and get Jacob. They're leaving him actually alive to be rezzed. I'm surprised they haven't confirmed him yet here. The call-out's coming in so clearly There's the nade. Sanchez pushes down. He comes in hard and heavy. The ban gets picked up. A nice answer back from Spanish Union. We got things tied up. Yeah, so back to that name. Hiku, I guess? I think we're going to go with that. Hiku and Javi. Or Ziku and Zavi. It's one or the other, man. Or it's Iku and Avi. Maybe that's it. Maybe the X's aren't even meant to be anything because it's like XX. You know, that's actually what it is probably with Avi. So Javi isn't too off there. Hiku isn't too okay, we'll put the H in there for flavor. Their fault for using the X, you know? Off to a good start, though. Tie ball game, 1-1. Two-minute timers between rounds. I gotta be feeling a bit of the pressure now. Now the series has kind of kicked off, and it's kicked off to a pretty even match. It's sort of when you start to amp up, and we'll see if Spanish Union bring anything a little extra to the table, or if Hand of Death are able to find any early picks. Yes, they are. Mr. Jacob with one down. Let's see if Mayhow can refrag that. Can't. Some shots getting traded over there. Nanik and the band going down on that west side. There is one more Javi available. A nice nade for Mr. Jacob finds Sir Sanchez. Confirming him, so he's unresable. That's a great rebat. That's a great confirm frag there. But look at Hiku here. He's on the corner. The smokes come out. That should notify Urban Ghost of his position. A couple of smokes. I wonder what Hiku's plan is here, because Urban Ghost is tucked in. He did find Mr. Jacob. And now should be expecting Urban Ghost tucked in. He needs this west support. He can't get it in time as Urban Ghost finds the pick. They had Javi come in around from the west and take some shots over there towards Urban Ghost. It might have been a different story, but now we're into a 3v2. One Resable in middle building, but I doubt they're going to be able to rotate there and find that. A couple more smokes and frags coming out. The utility being used well by Spanish Union. Real Javi here, just barely in the smoke. Skeptical finally spotting him out in Hand of Death into a 2v1. See what Mahu was trying to cook up. Skeptical actually now will be able to get this res on the ban, and it might be there just at the right time. The ban pops up. Mahu sees him. No shots. If he shoots, he's going to alert them. They are not going to be ready for this positioning here either. I don't think Ban was looking and expecting Mahu to be here. getting a little loud there. I don't think footsteps were heard. Skeptical's going to drop back and rotate back to his position. He could get caught out in this rotation. He hasn't. The Bond may have spotted Maho into the bush. No, he has taken some shots. Skeptical now should spot out Maho, though. Pretty clear line of sight. Maho finds the Bond. Skeptical stands up now, knows he's in this lane. Maho's going to have to find this refrag. Can't land it through this corner. Skeptical pushing up aggressively. Gets caught out. Xandria now the last one alive, holding this objective. 250 left. Maho, maybe now is the time to rotate back around or throw out some smoke so you can deny Xandria vision. Maybe even get a cap here. He does have his eyes trained. Don't know if Maho is going to push towards objective or not. And I don't know if Xandria is going to see him through that window as Maho goes around the APC. No, he won't. The APC is going to block that site. And now as Xandria rotates around to this other side, he may be able to catch Maho out, and this might be the right move here. There's a smoke there that Maho can grab and utilize. I wonder if he's heard footsteps to his right. Xandria rotating back around now. Oh wow, Maho has two smokes. He's throwing both of them. I don't think he knows where Xandria is. I don't think he's expecting Xandria to be back here. Xandria is pushing out with a nade. Now Maho knows where Xandria is. That nade definitely botched his defensive hold there. I think Maho would have exposed himself. Minute 12 left. Xandria comes out, and Maho finds the pick. You can hear the anger from Xandria coming in. And the strong play from Maho. He played that so well. That frag coming out just wasn't close enough. It almost had Maho tagged, but just wasn't quite there. Spanish Union go up 2-1. Maho with a 5-2 KD spread. He's definitely stepped up last two rounds. So far, I think it's been our longest round, too, with only a minute left on the clock. Everything else has been pretty quick-paced. I wonder if Hand of Death here will be able to answer back. That was a nice Marsoc pickup.
Well, I'm going to go to the flower box, and I'm going to wait there for a second.
See if Xandria can rally back after that last one. It's always hard when you lose a round. You can obviously hear he was flustered, but he's going to be playing it quick. Same objective, so the smoke's coming out early. That does indicate usually a fast push. An interesting answer back smoke. Not quite where they wanted it, I imagine. Maybe Maho wanted it a little bit out. Urban Ghost spots him, completely exposing himself. Yeah, Maho wanted that actually right where Urban Ghost is so that he can make that push. That's an interesting defensive smoke. I love seeing that. Ooh, I like that play. Ziku finds Xandria on that light side, and Xandria is not going to be too happy about that. He did land some shots, though, so Ziku is hit. A nice smoke here denying Sanchez vision of the west. If they rotate around effectively, they may have some options here. Nana somewhat exposed. Maybe able to find the band, taking some shots into that two-story. Doesn't catch him around the rotation. The band lucky enough there not to get hit, and he's going to try and answer back with a frag. That's not quite far enough. Nanik rotates out from that position. This might be the right rotation. Nanik's going to play this hard and fast. He's just pushing up into this smoke. Urban Ghost finds Javi. Another going down from Sanchez in the middle, and we're into a 3v3. Back on board to this east side here, west side rather. The band is prone. Nanik finds him out with the hard push. A really aggressive move from him. Spanish Union playing this pretty forward as they're on the Volk defensive. Nanik now behind enemy lines. I don't know if Skeptical and Urban Ghost are going to be ready for this. They have to be checking their pads and aware of who's left alive on their team. Look at this. Skeptical has pushed up to ejective. Just too late, though. The smoke diminishes, and Sanchez catches him out. It could have been the right moves, but it wasn't in time. Nanik now crashing up the stairs. Does find Urban Ghost upstairs. Spanish Union go up 3-1. Some real interesting and innovative plays coming out of them. Some of them not paying off, but Spanish Union taking the lead here pretty strongly. Update the score ticker there. Your bottom right. And hopefully the audio is no longer lagging. Yeah, seems good. I think we're on track. We're waiting on one from Spanish Union. Maybe having to reset his game. Understandably, want to be in tip-top shape if they're going to be trying to take the map here. They've been doing very strong on Marsoc too. Even that first round they lost on Marsoc, it was a 1v1, I believe, or a 1v2, so it was very close. Finally have our fifth mender back for Spanish Union. Quick reset. Everything should be in order. Hand of Death definitely looking to stop the bleeding here. If I'm not mistaken, this was their map choice, I believe. I think they're home in this series. I think they're home in this series. Let me check. Yes, I believe they are. So I want to say this is their map choice. I think they've just barely lost these rounds. Like you said, it's been some close Marsoc rounds, but they definitely need this one if Hand of Death want to hang in. They've got a tight defense there on that objective. It is going to be a barrage objective. A little loose over here on the west side. But that's probably part of their strategy. I wonder maybe if they're anticipating a hard push from Spanish Union over there instead of onto the east. Or onto the east, rather, instead of onto the west. Iku finds one. The ban goes down from Mayhow through the bushes, just like that. Two getting picked quickly for Hand of Death. Urban Ghost trying to maybe answer back with a frag of his own. Can't get it. Ziku finds another. Now the Hand of Death in a dire situation. A 2v5. Spanish Union taking control of Middle House. It still will be hard to push their way into Garage. They maybe have to have a couple of clutch frags to deal with that. Another pick through the shrubs. These Spanish Union guys are bush monsters, absolutely dominating dudes through the hedges. That is unbelievable. I think they had 3 or 4 picks this match through those bushes over there. In that corner specifically, they really have that spot dialed in. It's so hard to be able to peek through those shrubs. I wonder if Ziku will be able to find Skeptical through these ones. He's prone here and Skeptical doesn't hear him. Skeptical finally sees someone in front of him. He's going to go for the shots. No knife. I think he was considering knife, but realized he would have to expose himself too much. I wonder if he could have spotted him through the hedges. Either way, Spanish Union doing work here on Suburbia, pushing forward. Annex gonna get picked up by Skeptical next. He's going down. And they have to know now that Skeptical's in that corner. They have to identify this, and finally Mayhow does, fires at him over there and picks him off. Spanish Union go up 4-1 and take that first map. Also, apologies in advance for the lack of logos. It's either I typed something in wrong or... Well, it's on me. You have to imagine where the teams are, okay? Spanish Union is on the right side. Hand of Death is on the left. They both have great logos. Believe me, I've seen them. They're on the Master League site. You can see it there, okay? But here, where it's, you know, just shame on me, okay? I'll accept the blame for this one. Uh-oh. You guys might have to remake the lobby because no, I'm just gonna leave and come back. BRB. Should be fine. It puts me as a player. It's a weird bug. Alright. I'm good to go. It's gonna be Downfall, it looks like, for our second map. Let me sort your teams here for you, because I don't have a handy-dandy codecaster. On the Marsoc side, we will have Hand of Death. No. Sorry. On Marstock side, we'll have Spanish Union. Bulk side, we will have Hand of Death. I think we should be good to go. We're diving right into our second map here, wasting no time. First map going to Spanish Union, 4-1. Home team Hand of Death now taking up their Volk defensive positions in this first round. And also doing a little chanting. Interesting defensive setup so far. Very exposed moves right now from Hand of Death. Lucky no one's finding any shots. Xandria finally taking some shots over there to the northeast spawn.
3 of them flanking around to Marstock Hill.
Some very interesting moves. I feel like normally would be punished by a bit higher ranking teams. Those late crosses like that are so incredibly risky. Xandria finally finding one as he tries to step out there from that corner, but not going to really do much as that revive comes out. I think another frag came out earlier onto that northeast hilltop. Either way, Hand of Death have lost 2 now. Dan looking for anything really through these windows. I don't think he has any line of sight. Nice shots from Sir Sanchez on the rooftop there. Picking off Xandria. Spanish Union 4-2 now. I think those rotations from Hand of Death are getting punished by Spanish Union. It's interesting to see them getting such early picks so well like this. This rooftop spot, definitely a veteran position. Nanik catching a very aggressive rotation from Ban. And Hand of Death just getting too antsy here as on this Downfall map. Downfall, you know, especially when you see these top tier, the top ranking teams play it, is a map that you really have to be patient on, especially when defending. You can't afford to really push out and be rotating around. You have to find your spots early and sit in them. Oh my gosh, what happened? Oof, we went into an alternate dimension there. And if you don't find your spots, you know, it's just you get punished. And so Hand of Death, yeah, that just wasn't a clean defense there. They didn't get set up early. They didn't seem to have any sort of spots they wanted to go to for that objective. Maybe just not their objective in particular. We'll see how they decide to attack it. It really depends on what spawn point they get and how fast they'll be able to move down onto the objective. But some very good moves from Spanish Union with some very nice long-range shots. Update that scoreboard. Gotta keep everything on point. And in we go. Round 2. Second map. Hand of Death going on the offensive. We'll see if these last few rounds from Spanish Union have been sort of flukes, or if Hand of Death maybe just not up to par with the EU side. The debate, I'm sure, is raging. Oh, I've never seen this. Wow. Alright, this is interesting, man. I've never seen this. They have got this early spawn. And instead of using it to move out, sort of take over that middle hotel area early, they're taking their time and delaying. Don't know if this is going to work out because Spanish Union style is very forward, and they have been fortunate enough to get a guy up into that middle brothel, middle bazaar building, rather. Bazaar, Jesus. I don't even know what you people call this, but Mayhow is up pretty forward. He's not going to catch anything from that position. The windows don't allow him to see anything basically in this direction, so I don't think he has a line of sight. They sent out 1, 2, 3. They're sending him out one at a time, and nobody's looking here. Nanik hasn't spotted this. Sir Sanchez, has he identified this rotation yet? Yes, he has. And now that it's been identified, Spanish Union is starting to collapse around it. They know where that spawn is, and I wonder if Hand of Death have taken too long to move. Mayhow has this little area you can peek out of, but it's very aggressive. The smokes are coming out to allow them to cross, and they're putting themselves into interesting positions. I don't know if it's the right choice to utilize all this utility. They really want to wrap around this far side. So far, though, it's paying off. Sir Sanchez not landing those sniper shots. They've all made it across in a bit of a panic. They need to smoke it this quickly. They put this corner smoke already. Here comes another. That's not far enough. This doesn't seem like quite of a play and strategy. They have to drop so far back. The cover is lost here, and the shots on the corner start ringing out from the hill. The band goes down. Or sorry, rather, Jacob goes down. The band completely exposed. He goes down. Xandria now doesn't have the smokes to move out, so he's caught in this two-story. Skeptical has made it to middle hotel, and they're finally sending someone around to flank. I don't know if it was the right move from Hand of Death, but it was interesting. That could have worked. It could have worked. You know what that you know where that works? It works at a different spawn. I like that play, but it's not the play for this spawn. With this objective, they had the time to move their way up early and utilize the quick spawn, but they didn't. If the objective is over at this location, then if you quickly shift everybody behind that building, it's actually pretty smart. Sanchez with a nice snipe onto Xandria tags him down. So maybe I wonder if the Hand of Death thought that the spawn was a different location. Maybe they anticipated that it was on that in that corner area. I'm not sure though. That'd be a pretty big false identification because you have that map in front of you. Now you have the rotation. Ziku just has to peek around and tag Urban Ghost, but he's not going to do it. Urban Ghost very exposed. Sanchez with another sniper shot. He's been absolutely dominating with this sniper. The final member, rather, Skeptical, going down by Nanik and Mayhow. Spanish Union grabbing their first defensive win on Downfall. Ah! So we go into the other dimension. Apologies. Also, I do UI. Yes, it is a UI bug. Been reported, but you know, maybe it's not a UI bug. Maybe this is the new style that they're going with. I imagine though it is a UI bug, and I don't know. Maybe it can be fixed Update either way. We're off to the races here. An exciting start to the series. Well, an exciting start to the map, rather. Spanish Union definitely performing well with Hand of Death, trying some stuff out that's new that I haven't seen. Obviously, not working out, but if you try it out new and you can see it recorded, they can come back and learn from that experience and identify, okay, we need this smoke a little farther, we need to be pushing this smoke here. Maybe that play can get honed in, you know, and I'd love to see if we see something like that again out of Hand of Death, or we see that in the future for more of their in future games. Hopping into round 3. I have the fast spawn for Spanish Union, see how they utilize it. Pretty standard push from Spanish Union. This one takes a bit of time, though. Pretty much have these two guys sitting here north, and you send 3 around south. Imagine they also have Sir Sanchez sniping. He is indeed. He's on that rooftop on that north. Thought he might have been over there on the east side, rather. Or the south side on the hilltop, but instead they do have Javi there. I wonder if he has any sort of range. Doesn't look like it. Just your standard rifle. And here using Ravine for cover. Interesting that he's checking back here. I don't think anyone can get there. I don't think that's possible, but better safe than sorry. Makes it to White House unscathed. Trying to take a look at Hand of Death's defense, the kill box that they've set up. Urban Ghost should be the one that saw that rotation. He is looking White House, so maybe he saw it and just didn't take the shots. It's risky, though, because I just saw him peek that window. He's worried that it could be the sniper. It isn't. The sniper's on that rooftop looking for those shots. Trades yet. We've had some very early ones already. Urban Ghost tries to get that White House dead, but can't land the shots. The rotation coming out of White House. Urban Ghost doesn't catch him.
Yep, they gotta make a move.
Wonder if he knows that he dropped out of that White House. 2 minutes left now. Spanish Union is starting to run a bit out of time. They are very far away from objective. With no early picks, it seems they've been a bit more hesitant on pushing. They do have one relatively forward, Mayhow. But he is nowhere near able to cap. It's not that corner objective. A lot of backs are turned, though. Skeptical shouldn't be seeing this. Mr. Jacobs won't be with that point smoke. Skeptical still hasn't turned after that smoke either, as he's very focused on Nanik in front of him. That allows Mayhow to rotate around behind. I wonder what the options are here. I don't know if a sneak cap is possible. Jacob does have this lane sort of covered. We'll take him to his eyesight. Actually, a team frag from Xandria. A huge misplay from Hand of Death. This may allow Mayhow all sorts of options. Urban Ghost goes down by Ziku. Sorry, Ziku rather. Getting picked up by Urban Ghost. Mayhow still not seeing Skeptical dark and camouflage into the Blackhawk. Avi does find the refrag onto Urban Ghost. Mayhow still pushing. Skeptical still hasn't peeked to his right. Now, finally tucks to his right. IDs him. Shots come out not in time. Mayhow tucks in. He finds one. Can he get another onto the Blackhawk? He can, because the shots come out. Skeptical gets late on his coverage, but the shots don't land for Mayhow. He thought he had it. Skeptical finds the frags. He goes down now from Nanok. We're into a 1v2. Pushes out. Very exposed to Xandria. Nanok gets his gun out. Can't get it in time. Xandria finds the frags. Last member left on the rooftop. Sir Sanchez. Time's up. Hand of Death are on the board. It is nice to have a non-blowout round here. Or non-blowout match, rather. The last two games I've cast have been pretty one-sided. I guess Spanish Union, though. Maybe I just kind of jinxed it, because Spanish Union are looking good. They nearly took that last round. I mean, they had it if Mayhow hadn't let up those shots. As we head into round 4.
I'm not gonna let him live that down. I guess I have to. I mean, if I have to not kill teammates. Lucky we won that. I love Zan. Zan's the man.
Zan's the man. I still call him Hose, man. Still Hose.
Yeah, I do a lot of the time too. Alright, now it's getting real, guys.
Alright, I'm gonna go with second story, the house I was in.
Okay, copy. Hey, Hey, Taliban, can you lay down some fire from up there and maybe distract them a little?
What do you think? Move up?
Oh, smoke. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Who's smoking?
No, I'm smoking the wrong way.
That's all right.
Yeah, I know. Alright.
I'm going.
Where is he jumping?
Mayhow pretty shielded in the smokes. Does find one outside. Zandria does get underneath Mayhow somehow. Mayhow with a very forward position here. It does pay off. He's caught two. Mayhow finding another while Zandria is beneath him. Oh, I think Mayhow hears these footsteps now. He comes up. The trade comes out. Now there is only one left on Hand of Death. All sorts of res is available, and Skeptical is going to try and go out and pick up Zandria. I wonder if he can get caught out.
I'm back in the valley.
Skeptical rotating around for the res onto Jacob. This should work out, but Spanish Union have gotten a res of their own.
Get the cover! Ah, shit! Ah, I'm stuck out here! Fuck!
Look at you, dude. You're out of me. Get out of me.
But it's so nice in here.
Oh, it's a nice 4.1 bug. Sometimes you clip into each other and you become Siamese twins. They've detached with surgery. Everything's fine. Do we have a disconnect? No, Mayhow did go down. I don't know if I missed that pickup or wasn't paying attention. Zandria is resable here. Surprised they're not going to grab him next. Oh no, Ziku immediately fragging Mr. Jacob up by the White House, putting Skeptical back on his own. And he can res ban on the hill. I don't know if he has any syringes though. Couple of smokes, not optimal. Skeptical pretty much leaving that huge gap there to be shot from that two-story. And he does. Ziku with the nice shots. Grabs Spanish Union another round. And I think I did jinx it. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but we'll go to here anyway. Spanish Union now up 3-1 on the map, 7-2 in the overall series. Leave you here with some music though. You know, I'd love to talk to you guys all the time, you know, too, but cast 2 games already this weekend. Have another one later today. I'm not a robot. I'm just flesh and bone, you know? Just flesh and bone. And some pretty large amounts of muscle. I think everybody can attest to that. As we hop into our 5th round. Match number 2.
A pillarlos. Pillarlos, pillarlos. Me cojo la casa.
Jeez, 2 early frags from Spanish Union. Just like that, the Hand of Death have lost control of the defense. Again, those rotations coming in too late, costing them lives. Spanish Union playing aggressive off of this early spawn here. This is the fast spawn, so they rightfully so charged up the hill and looked for some picks right away. More shots being ringing out from the hill. They can identify that to Sir Sanchez. He may be able to find some nice sniper shots, but a lot of suppressive fire here is keeping him tucked in behind these rocks. Javi is looking for something, can't quite find it. Sanchez has eyes on the bottom story, man. Goes to reload his gun. And there, he's gone. Misses his opportunity for the shot. Unfortunate. But he is going to keep his eyes drawn there. You'll see this a lot now. Snipers with silencers on them. With 12 times, and you can fully kit out these weapons to your liking with the new loadout system. GKSs with silencers and grips on them. Ziku pushing up and over here, trying to find some shots. Maybe onto that back left defender, that back north defender. Or back east, rather. Or west. Jeez, my directions. Mr. Jacob does find one, though. Nanik goes down on the hill. Is Resible and a frag from Jacob out towards that smoke, maybe thinking someone's pushing up.
Uno eliminado en el oeste.
Urban Ghost, another late rotation. His life gets caught as a forfeit, and now the smokes are coming out. Ban is going to deny, or sorry, Ziku's going to deny vision onto Ban. Frag comes out. He's downed and Resible on the corner. Very Resible. I'll have to have that Hilltop member drop back and get the res on him. Unfortunate, too, because he was in a position to push Bond effectively with that smoke there. Not any longer. A good nade coming out inside Middle Hotel, not catching out Mr. Jacob. I'm surprised they haven't dropped back to get that res. Sir Sanchez finds the ban. Finally, maybe that's why he didn't get the res. He was waiting to get that pick. Now that he's down, I wonder if he'll drop back and rotate around. Might not be in time, though. Mr. Jacob spots out that far flanking rotation, and he realizes he's in a bit of a pickle here. Spanish Union looking to take the series in a dominating fashion. In a bit of one-sided fashion here. This is gonna look. It's looking like it's gonna be 4-1 unless they try and get a cap on Mr. Jacob. They've smoked out one side. Javi's coming around the other. Anyhow, pushing inside.
Nano, mete fuego y salta.
That smoke might have actually protected Mr. Jacob as Nanik pushes up here. I wonder if they are going to go for the cap here. Savi's pushing out to the corner. Mr. Jacob has a clear line of sight on the objective. Note, so he's going to go wrapping around inside. He's pulling out the pad. He's going to take this 5-1. Unless Jacob gets fragged here by Nanik. No, he finds Nanik. Going to rotate around. The cap's being punched in underneath. Javi taking his time. Almost gets fragged by Ziku. This is taking forever. He has 45 seconds to punch the code in. Finally enters it in. Mr. Jacob finds Mayo. That's probably the longest cap on record right there. Five to 1 now. A 9-2 lead. It'll lead us into our final map. Not sure what it'll be. I don't think we highlighted pick bans, so I'm not quite sure what the maps are that have been banned out, but maybe it'll be a cargo or a Bazaar map choice. And it looks like it's going to be Bazaar. I believe. Give me a second here. I'm gonna play right now.
Vale, una cosa, en esta...
No. Oh, is it? It's gonna be cargo, not Bazaar. Wow. On Marsoc, we're going to have Spanish Union. On Volk, we will have the Hand. Wonder if they'll be able to sort of rally back after this loss. They have another game later today against another a U.S. team similar to ranking. Maybe this Spanish Union matchup will sort of tune them and get them ready to go for that next matchup. I'm not sure. Woo! Hopping into our final match of the series, Map 3, Round 1. Spanish Union versus Handed Death. Spanish Union taking first two maps in a pretty dominating fashion. 4-1 and 5-1. See how they fare on a close quarters map like Cargo. The Bun pushing up. Some shots out, a nade coming in towards Zico, not gonna hit him. Actually frags himself.
Oh my god. Well, I'm still alive, but they're near my body. That gives you an idea. Yeah, there's one coming up on my body now.
That is pretty much the worst case scenario. Not only does he frag himself, but it somehow projects himself out of cover. Ziku confirming the kill now. A couple frags coming in the middle, nothing landing because they didn't get over the cargo. Skeptical tosses a smoke. That's not going to be a good idea. Javi picks him up. Nanik getting someone around the right side. Urban Ghost popping up, gets the refrag, but trades. Just like that, Spanish Union grabbed the first round 1-0. Ah, a clean UI. Wonder what bugs the UI. Round 2. Round 2 of the EU domination so far. Lot of smokes. They find Zavi, but it's a trade. 1 for 1. Res is available. Not on that left side, though. Frankly, they have enough smokes to push forward. They've got those front defenders down. They could move pretty effectively. A team kill from Mr. Jacob. To a 3v3. Jacob tags Ziku once, but not down. Not getting that down. Flash coming out towards the band. Not going to be effective. Sanchez peeking around. Now looking through the crack, band backs off. Mayhow, though, might find him exposed. Blocked by the pipes. Sees the rotation, catches him out. Now it's all up to Xandria, tucked inside. Actually outside, just around the corner. Oof. A nice hard peek from Xandria. Gets himself 1, but Sanchez and Ziku holding objective. It's going to be hard once he decides to come out from that position. Managed a decent rotation. Can't land the shots on Sanchez. Spanish Union go up 2-0. Wanted to make sure we didn't lose everybody. Round 3, match 3. Spanish Union putting on a dominating performance. Will it continue? Tune in next time. I swear, guys, if I have to cast another one-sided match tonight, we'll see. Now, these smokes from Spanish Union, not so random, much more on point. A little bit more with purpose. Nanik rotating around, catching out Skeptical. Wonder if he'll be able to get Jacob as well. He should have an idea. He's tucked into that corner. Gets the ban. Jacob has to peek out and stop this destruction from happening. Pushes out, finally takes the shots and gets him. Ziku, I don't think is ready for that, but should hear the moves onto his right. Pops around, gets the shots. Urban goes to the last one alive. Spanish Union push forward and get the cap. Just like that, Spanish Union take the map 4-0. Take the series 13-2. Quite the performance from them tonight. This afternoon? This evening? I don't know what time it is for you people. Okay. But I think that will be it for the Button Cup matchup this afternoon. If you did enjoy the show, if you did stop in and want to get involved, head on over to vrmasterleague.com/onward. Over there you can sign up to be a member of the reservists, where you can join a team if they need to sub in any members. You can also join the Discord. You can register a team. You can some teams recruit through the site, where you can put your name up there and they can get in contact with you. There's a lot of options to play in the competitive scene. Discord's obviously a very good one to also get into. So if you do decide to get in the community, there's all the options there. It has Twitter. We have the links to the Twitch streams. Later tonight, there's going to be more Master League casts, so if you enjoyed it, hit the follow button and subscribe with Twitch Prime. On this channel, we're going to have another Hand of Death game. And then on about an hour later on Master League 2, we're going to have G-Men versus Phoenix, which will be a pretty exciting, bit more of a higher tier, a higher ranked game. And then on Master League 1, an hour after that, we're going to have Blaze versus Danglers, which is also a very high ranked game. I think that Danglers are ranked number 3 right now. Blaze is like 13th, so it's a pretty big, it could be a pretty big swing for either one of those squads, depending on if they win or lose. And we'll be posting that sort of schedule on the Twitter and in the Discord, so it'll be easy for you guys to know what games are being cast where and when. Also, you can always check that on the website under matches. It'll show you who's casting what. And with that, I think I will sign off. That is it for me. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. Thank you for tuning into this Button Cup matchup. I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend. We'll see you later tonight. Bye-bye.